Hey there. I'm Tenacious Earl, and I'm gonna try this. So I have gone kind of 180 from what I was gonna plan to do. I was planning to keep on playing um, some more practice rounds, but I'm like thinking to myself, I was watching some of the videos on Dave Koch Sports channel, which there aren't too many, but it seems pretty simple to just kind of like restart a season. And so what I did was, hey, Tribe fan, I had Utah Mike, who is with the Sports Time Machine. He uh, he said something about, boy, is there gonna be a tour? I said, well, maybe eventually, maybe I'll have, and I already had something kind of like floating around in my head as far as like an idea for something. So this is what I'm gonna do. I created a tour that I'm calling Korn to Born, which part of the reason I'm calling it Korn to Born is because I just realized only recently that the name of the Nike tour, I think it was web.com for a long time. Now it has changed again, and it is now the Korn Ferry Tour, which sounds like kind of like the Corn Fed Tour, but I don't know. Korn Ferry is some kind of a hand waving consultancy business or some sort of thing. But they have now sponsored the PGA Tour's under tour. So what my plan is here, I created this tour based off in 2019, 2020. And the thing that had in my head from the start of this was it'd be fun to take somebody who was in the crapper kind of. And what I mean by crapper, I mean, and so it started out as going to be like one of these guys that's just on the fringe. But then I was thinking to myself, we have guys that came from last year's under tour who get exemptions for this year. And so that's what I'm going to do for these tournaments. I uploaded the schedule that they have listed for only the courses that are included in the 2019-2020 pack that I bought. There was a nice kind of course pack that came with it. So I'm gonna try and figure out who from each tournament, because I've already generated the fields. Fortunately, the guy that I was interested in the first time was going to be Vincent Whaley, and it turns out he was generated into this tournament. So I have no clue how to actually set it up to have myself play as him, but we're going to try and figure it out. I might as well do it here on the channel so everybody else can kind of see me, putter around with this, and hopefully we get to the point where we get to play this first round, and I'll see how I do with a guy who was basically just a qualifier from the tour the previous year. So I'm going to bring it over here. I guess I probably should put my picture over here for uh, simplicity's sake. And all right, so we're at East Honolulu Country Club. I have never played on this course. Probably going to do a shambolic job of it, but so let's see. Let's see, edit event. In the field here, we've got all these players generated, and down here at the bottom is Vincent Whaley. So we're in good shape as far as that goes. Everything is the cut none. And then we're going to cut down to 70 plus ties. Then there's none and none. So basically it's just like a tour event. So let's hit play event. And I don't know how it's going to work out. I've never done this before. I haven't really watched any videos. So what does this say? Here are the pairings. Left click to swap, right click for list. All right, open one. Yep. 2014 sounds good. Hit like if you are interested in this type of thing. I would love it. Okay, so let's say tee off. So where's my guy? My guy is he down way at the bottom? The usually they put the best players in the position where they're going to be on television. But this is a B field as well. So um, there's Rafael Campos, which I think ID Jester was using him. He's another one of these guys, and I might play as him at some point here. Let's just say my expectations are super low. I think it's going to be really tough. I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm just going to now. Where's my guy? I'm looking for Vincent Whaley. He just sounds like such an interesting character, doesn't he? And another interesting thing is like the Bills general manager, uh, one before the guy before their current. Right there he is. He's going to play with Shoffley and Vaughn Taylor. How about that? That's a good. So I don't know. I don't think clicking that will do anything for me. I'm going to hit tee off, and then I assume it's going to bring up this big tournament page like this. And so I am learning. Play, I don't know. Is it play group? Okay. So I guess I just keep going here. Play group, play group. Maybe I hit play round and hit pause when I want to. So I think it's kind of tough to tell. Okay, is this the groups here? Okay, so we got a place here where we got groups. So hole 6. So when is my guy going to come up? He was in the center. Whaley, right? All right, so he's at 11:10. He's in the 11:10 group. Does this have a time listed here? 7:50. So we can just let this guy go, and I'm gonna let it sim 8 o'clock. I'm gonna pause it here because I want to find out. Set Vincent. Okay, I can right click on this and say set Vincent Whaley to human control. We're gonna play him. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and hit play around and let this thing sim out here. And while that's going on, I'm gonna move my camera up to here because it's obviously in the way. I'll come back over here. Okay, so scores -2 for Colin Morikawa, early leader. Dustin Johnson in the field. Off to a good start, as is Charles Howell III. We're at 9 o'clock almost now. Got a replay. Lob wedge, 101 yards. Let's see replays. Double click to view. Let's see. Here we go. View replay. He takes his little wedgie there, and he just go plunk, plunk, plunk right around the cup and in. That's what you call a yeehaw shot. Cameron Smith. This is with his pitching wedge on this water guarded hole. About 140 out. Looks like he's gonna. Oh boy! He hits the pin and he doesn't hole it out, but man, he gets all of that pin and then some. All right, so let's keep playing around here. I think I've got this set to where I assume this will stop once it's my turn. So just sit here and take a look. Kurt Kitayama, by virtue of that, what I assume was an eagle, is at -3. Poulter pulls out a pitch from 14 yards. That doesn't seem all that impressive. Ian Poulter. 920. All right, I guess we need to hit play round because when there's a highlight reel, then we gotta. So I'm thinking that there could end up being some ways to improve the speed of this, but highlights. New longest drive, Cameron Champ, 327. So now the lead is -3. So heck, hey, you never know. We might have a chance to do some damage here. So Whaley, we'd like to get him. We'd love to give him an even par. I have no clue what this guy is like. I guess I'll take a look at his stats once we get ready to go. He's paired with Shoffley and Taylor. Taylor, I've never really heard of him either, so that's. But potential to be kind of awed by that situation. A little bit of sort of a medium wind there. Greens on the receptive side, moderate rough. So if you can put it in play, you might have a good day. 10-20. The nerves are starting to set in as we approach go time. It's go time. -4 for Kevin Knott and Chuck Howell III. Gary Woodland now at -3. Billy Horschel just dropped a shot, looks like. Kitayama still hanging around there. 1040 group. So it's interesting that it's not usually one group per hole. Usually you end up with like a par 5 or 2 that have multiple groups on it at one time, but that's okay. There's limitations to every. Chuck Howell III up to -5. He's putting in a good round here at East Honolulu. My first time around this, and we're just about ready to go. We're the next group off of 1. All right, so Shoffley found the fairway. So this is so here we go. Vincent Whaley. Get all of the, get warmed up here. Need to, new record, most birdies in a round. Seamus Power with 6 of them. Well, let's see if we can beat that. I don't know. Okay, so his driver goes 285. This is a par 4 that is long, but it's a pin that's right in the center, so should be doable. Now let's take a look at Whaley. He has got good distance. We'll say average distance, average accuracy off the tee. His iron's not so great. Not good out of the sand. Putting pretty decent. Misses to the right some. Everything. So I think his rating might be a little better than mine. The character that I made. So the wind is bringing us from the left, and he has a tendency to miss right. So let's aim down the left side of the fairway, and let's get him off here on number 1 at East Honolulu. And he did miss a little right, and it's just gonna sneak into the rough. Turn up the volume here. Okay. So I take it. Looky here, Shoffley and Taylor both knocked it stiff, it looks like. So I guess we're not going to be watching the other guys. And I don't know if there's any way to change that at this moment. So let's see. So 200 into the wind. Just saying, it could be 202. It's slight into the wind, and there's no stance problems, but we're going to try and work it using the wind to our advantage. Just, I think we're going to go up to the 4-iron. And if we miss it a little long, we'll take our chances on that. Here we go. Bite. The wind didn't do much with it. So, I mean, it did a lot with it, but it didn't knock it down the way I thought. So, Taylor's over. Shoffley's in good shape. All right, Whaley's going to flop it. Wants to get it onto the green. And he does. Should have a chance at a par putt. Okay. Shoffley is holed out for his par. Taylor is waiting for me to take a crack at it here. I'm going to go with just a regular putt. Oh, and he makes his par. Good start to the round. And Taylor should tap in too. So let's see. Is there any way? Let's see. I guess we can do watch Vaughn Taylor, watch Xander Schauffele so we can see them play. Maybe that's the way to do it here. Play round. Got a few people watching. I'm probably going to embarrass myself. Get myself something to drink. But, okay, Schauffele first off here at 2. Cuts the corner. Really good drive. And now it'll be Vincent Whaley. So we're going to get at least 2 rounds out of Whaley, right? Because you have to miss the cut. So let's see if so you shouldn't have too much problems getting over this, especially with a following wind. And he is a long hitter. He should be able to blast it past this. Although it does say there's a tree, chance at a tree there. I think we need to, okay. And he's going to miss right. Probably should have put a little bit of draw on it. Trees, it says. And Vaughn Taylor goes into the trap. Taylor first. Pretty aggressive. Flies the bunker and puts it pin high. Now Whaley off of the pine straw here. Fortunately, it's a short deal up here. We only have about 89. I think we can take this sand wedge. 2% chance at a tree. Maybe we should try punching it out. The lie doesn't really let us punch. So still have a 2% chance at hitting an underlying tree here, even going with this 8-iron, just trying to see if I can skitter it up there. So let's get up, bounce. It didn't bounce over. So we're in the trap. Hopefully we can get up and down from there. Okay, Schauffele, he's staring down the pin. Doesn't get much backspin on it though. Whaley, gonna have to try and get a sand save, and we already know he's not very good out of the sand, so that's a pretty good job there. Hopefully, well, we'd like to get it closer than that. Still have 13 feet left for par. Taylor for his birdie. Looking good. It's gonna go. Drills it. So this is a slightly uphill straight putt. Let's be aggressive. We want this par. It's going to miss it. Oh, and he gets it. Wow, I thought he was going by, but saved par out of the kitty litter. Oh, and Shoffley misses his birdie. Already saw enough of him in his rather pedestrian putting, but okay. Let's keep on going. Currently, let's see. Even par is tied for 36 right now. Oh, I can tell it right. Oh, let's take a look here. Let's do a little Jonathan Vegas. Whoops. View replay 100 and, what was it, 180 something? Trickle, 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 and in. Purdy. Okay, so we are here. Vegas at +1. So Vaughn Taylor, birdie's the second. Good start for him. Now it'll be Shoffley off the tee. Shuffell. He's gonna find the first cut. Yeah, he's in the rough. Okay, a little bit of a slight left to right here. Whaley does have pretty good distance, so but we have to guard for him missing to the right. So we're gonna play left, and he tattoos the ball. That'll play. 285 almost off the tee. We're gonna have a sand wedge in there for try to get to the same mark there as Shoffley. Gets out his darts. Taylor, he's losing it a little bit to the left. It's got to watch out for that shelf, and it's going to stay on the first level. So now, our guy, Whaley. We're just going to do one round today, by the way. So, we need 116, and it's going to play more like one. We need it to fly at least 118 to get up there. The sand wedge goes 121, but we do have a wind issue potentially. We want to try to get it up there to the top. So I think we're just going to have to hope that we get all of it. Whaley, he's losing a little left. It does look like it's going to stay on the top shelf. Oh, but he gets the spin and it's going to come back down. The wind kind of helped it as well, so got a little too much contact, created too much backspin, so we're going to have a lag putt up here to try and save par. And that's not too shabby. Now we got Taylor next. Going to show Shoffley a lot of the break here probably. Since Shoffley's coming in that direction, and he is going to slide by the bottom edge. Misses it on the amateur side. So now we've got, I don't want to go aggressive with this. And we sneak it in the side for par. So Taylor, he also makes his 4, and we'll head to the 4th. Take the walk down the path. Let everybody else sim out. So far, so good, I would say. Want to try to hang around the cut line. Poulter currently in the lead along with Woodland Howell and Ben Martin. So we got Vaughn Martin teeing off first at 4, short par, well, medium length par 3, 204, and oh, that's a nice shot. Just slaps the front of the green and trickles on. Now it's Shoffley. He's going to go a little deeper. He's going to get some spin. Oh, and he takes a run at the ace, but he's going to have another excellent attempt at a birdie. Maybe he'll actually get this one. So we've got a following wind, so that's going to help us some. So we want to fly 177 with probably a 6. So the 172 club, and it's a little uphill. 170. So we can't go the knockdown. I think we're going to go with the 170 left front, and hopefully the wind does the rest. Pretty good there for Vincent Whaley on this Korn to Born. So we're going to go with the regular old putt here. Can he hole it out? Looking good. Nope, it's just going to stay on the high side. So not going to be able to tap it in. Oh, Taylor with another birdie. Starting well. Shoffley, he finally finds a birdie, and we're the only ones that haven't. So we could be a little bit aggressive here on this putt, and that's a par. But again, taking this guy off of the guy who just got promoted from the Korn Ferry Tour, which is what it's called now. I'm telling you, I didn't know that. We're just trying to see if we can get this guy 4 rounds of golf, maybe get him some money. Taylor on fire right now. He's going to hit a nice little drive. Right side of the fairway, par 4, 463. Got some distance to it. Shoffley, he's going to put it right. He's taking maybe a club less there. So see, let's put it on the freeway over here now. So carry 284. We're gonna aim it over to the left again. Again, we've got some wind influencing from that side. Plus, Whaley does have the tendency to miss to the right, and he's going a little right here. He's had kind of a shaky driving round so far. He's gotten away with it just about every time. Now Shoffley from a little farther back. He's heading in the bunker. He's going to need to scramble out of that. Now Whaley, 170 to the middle. One moment here, please. All right, sorry for the interruption, but I'm currently having a little bit of car trouble, so needed to take a phone call, and I wasn't sure if they were going to call me today, but they did. So again, we're into the wind here, and we've got sort of some lie issues, so we don't know if it's going to squirt, if it's going to catch a little heavy. We really do not want to end up short into this little ravine here or whatever. But what we'd like to do is end up somewhere on the front, maybe even towards the back. The thing that is kind of nice here by looking at it, if we do the green close up, there is kind of a shelf here that if we roll it up onto the shelf, it should sally its way back down. So I'm going to aim it just about the middle of the green and hope that we either hit just it would be great if it was to the left of the pin. If it was right in front of the pin, that'd be really awesome. But at this point, we're just hoping for a competent shot. And that's kind of what we were looking for. And that will work. So green and reg, and see if we can get a two-putt. Now Taylor, he's trying to fly it right in the hole. Now he's going to back it off of that slope a little bit. Okay, so Shoffley, trying to get up and down, he's going to have an uphill putt for par. So we got to decide. We're not going to be aggressive with this. It's downhill. Not a ton of break. I'm good with trying the 17% chance and see if we can roll this baby in. Yes! Good birdie for Whaley. Now, Taylor's going to try and replicate that. He's going to miss to the high side. Just barely. That's a nice putt. Looks like he's going to tap her in for par. Shoffley, he's looking for his up and down and gets it. All right, so we got Whaley just on the outskirts of the leaderboard here, you know, just outside the top 20. That was a nice bit of play there to get that birdie. Your leader was still -4, so we're well within sniffing distance, and we're going to play the 6th now. And I got the tee. So his misses to the right mean that we are going to try and... So we need to be careful here because the wind is coursing in a bit from the right, so that should provide a little bit of a buffer for us. Tempted to try and play a little fade into it, but he should... He'll just about clear the bunker, even if he hits it into the... Even if he does miss it right here, but let's see. He is losing it to the right. It's going to be under the trees. And it's going to be in the trees. So we're going to be trying to find our way in for a par. Probably will need to punch out and then hopefully be able to pitch and putt. Disappointing. Okay, so Shoffley will be the first to play in here, and he is looking like he's going to be in good shape. He is 1 under par. I thought he was even, but he did birdie a hole. Now we got our guy here who's got horrible lie issues and the potential for some... Can we punch it? No, that's low. Yeah, we're just going to have to try and... Let's see. Try to get it out into the fairway here somewhere. Okay, that did work out. Not the way that he would have intended to play it. I think we got to maybe even just be resigning ourselves to the high likelihood of a bogey. Taylor gets it on the front right edge. Now we've got 139, and it's not uphill, and we've got this. I wish I would have. I should pick better clubs. I feel like we should take. Feel like we should take away one of the longer irons and put in like a gap wedge or something, because this 148, the difference between 148, it's gonna be long. What's the terrain? It is front to back. Maybe we knock it down. That gets the pitching wedge to 133, and then we play the. It's still gonna be a little long. The high shot. Let's try the high shot here. Still might be a little long. We're going to aim to the right of the pin and let the wind bring it in. Hopefully, come on, wind, help it. Help it. Okay. We're going to two putt for bogey at the worst, hopefully. Six watching. So, Taylor, he does not do a good job of that. Shoffley looking for his birdie, and it's working in there, and it's going to go in. What a nice putt. And he joins Taylor at the moment at -2, but Taylor's going to have a tough putt for par. Now we've got a makeable putt here. Let's just go ahead and do a regular putt. Got a 20% chance of knocking it in. He's not going to hit it hard enough. So, and it still has a little work left for bogey. Taylor, oh, and he misses. So he'll drop it down to -1. And we're going to drop to even par after the birdie on 5. This will be a disappointing turn of events. All right, so still 36. We just want to end up in the top 70. That's what I'm really hoping for. We just want to get this guy a payday. I mean, we'd love to do great, but this is kind of the type of thing that would motivate me, would be to try and see if we can play a guy who's just starting out on the PGA Tour, see if we can get him something. Okay, so tough shot here. Front pin with a follow, wind that said, we're playing downwind, so it's going to land a little heavy, or a little, it's just going to land and want to skip and keep going. It's going to be tough to. I mean, Shoffley did a pretty good job of it, but we're looking at. You need like 150 club here. 158 is going to probably take it to the middle. I'm going to take a little bit off of it. Might be tough getting in this bunker. I don't know. We're going to see if we can dial this in. I'm going to aim a little to the left, because that's about, with the wind, that's about the fattest part of the green. We're taking a short club, and he's missing it to the right to begin with. It's not a very good. We should have just gone full bore, I guess. Taylor, he's going to make it across. I don't think this sand shot should be difficult, but my guy is not the best sand player, so I think we're going to have to try. Let's just try doing the pitch. Okay, he puts it past quite a ways. Hey, Phil Reynolds. So Shoffley's going to have a run another birdie, get to -3. It's going. It is going to hit Oh, I thought he had it, but he took a good run at it, raced it way by. Here comes Taylor. He's going to have another chance at birdie. Got the speed all wrong. Probably saw Shoffley's putt and just got a little hesitant there. We're going to go ahead with a regular putt, and hopefully we make it. Just too firm. Too firm, and we're going to drop another shot here. So we're going to be at +1. So doing this kind of a project, actually, I'll tell you what. So if Tribe Fan is still around, this is actually kind of a similar project to the kind he usually does for baseball, which is he tends to take a team that had its there's Campos holing out a shot. He's up to -3 in I called him Krampos in one of Jester's deals there. So Tribe Fan would take a team that was really not so good and try to see if he could duplicate it. Well, that's what I'm going to try to do here. Is I'm taking a guy who's a struggler and Demo Derby smash down. That's a play game, and it sounds like Philip Reynolds is looking to get a little redneck demolition derby action stirring up on the channel. So, not calling you redneck, Phil. I'm just I grew up a redneck, and the old demolition derby is a good place to find some good old-fashioned rust bucket action. So, okay, so Whaley, you're kind of at a point here where you don't know where to aim for him. I think we're gonna try and account for his left to right miss, and so that's finally he finds a fairway. Hopefully we can get him back to even par before long. Taylor with a shot to the fat part of the green. Staying away from that collection bunker. So now it's going to be my turn. Taking your YRL League to the Derby. So 170, a little bit of front wind, so that 172 carry on the 8-iron will be helpful. It's just a matter of whether or not he's going to be able to hit it on line. So let's see. It's looking pretty good. Just sit. Oh, and it does. That's a nice shot. Whaley with the very skillful approach there, and Shoffley going right at it. He's going to come up short, and he's going to fall down into the trap. So he's going to try and come up here from the underside. Oh, and he sculls it. Now he's trying to get it to spin a little bit back, but he's going to have a lengthy putt for par. Maybe he's even going to give me a read on this. Taylor with the miss for bird. Let's see, and he's going to take his par now. It looks like I'm going to be giving Shoffley his read. Slight downhill, slight left to right. We're just going to go with the normal attempt at this putt, and I missed it way to the right. We'll be able to tap it in for par, but would have loved to have a better go at that one. Shoffley, and he's going to make it right in the heart of it. Saw the way it broke and took advantage of our misfortune. Alex Checker with the lob wedge. Maybe we'll look at those after the round. We got to keep going, I guess. It would be nice if that just kept itself going. All right, to par 5, 9th. Shoffley is going to put it in the far right edge of the fairway. Vaughn Taylor now cranking it up. He's putting a little draw on it. That finds the left side nicely. A little right to left action off the tee. I think we're gonna try and hold it up with a fade. So I'm gonna aim left side of the fairway here. See if I can counteract Whaley. Just kind of like plan ahead for it here. That's what I set at 250. And that works out pretty well. We're right there into that slim part of the fairway. Super drive. Goes 296. Have a chance to reach this green in 2 for sure. For sure. Yeah, you're at the mercy of the computer's calculation for putting. Rafael Campos in the lead. Last night, I think it was Jester was remarking about who the heck is Campos. Well, Campos is in the lead currently in this tournament. Probably won't last for long, but okay. So this is a draw pin. Not going to be playing with that. What I am going to be playing with is, let's see, what's the terrain look like? So we're in a sticky situation. If this thing hits here and kicks left, it's going to roll straight down into the trap. I'd prefer to keep it over to this side so when it hits, it skips in, or we just fly it back here, but then it's going to probably end up back here in the left corner, which, again, that would be kind of fine. So 210 with a little bit of wind behind is probably going to be a little strong, but again, I don't mind getting to the back of the green here. So let's see, flat stance. Ooh, he misses it left. Oh, and it's going to be way long. And he misses it short side, so that's a major league miss. Oh, and that is a nice third shot. He'll have just a little uphill putt for birdie. Shoffley will. Now Taylor doing his chip. We'd love to have it inside of these guys if we can. That's asking a lot. So we're going to probably have to go with the old flopperoo. This is a high degree of difficulty shot. It's a terrible lie. But I think this is all we got, all we can do. Oh, and he hits the hell of a shot. That is going to be a birdie unless he horses up the putt. 3 feet for bird. Now here's Shoffley, and it's in. He goes to 3 under. Here comes Taylor. That's good. And here comes our little rib tickler, and that's going to be a birdie. So birdies around. And we get back to even par, I believe, right? Or maybe that's 1 over. Maybe I'm still 1 over. No, I'm back to even. I'm good. Good with that. 40th place. If we can stay up there in the midst of the upper part of the leaderboard or the standings. Boy, Shoffley took a round out of that one. 315. Seems like a small guy. He just tore the cover off of it. Taylor looks like he must takes a 5 wood there. Now we've got a choice to make because this is downwind. It's going to carry 287. I do not know how Shoffley hit. Well, it is downhill. Let's aim a little left. and he hits it pure, this is going to be right in the neck. It's going to give us a chance to maybe chip it and give us an opportunity to get back to 1 under par with that. Taylor coming over the bunker. He's cutting it close, and he is going to get away with it. He might be able to putt it from there. Here comes our attempt. I think we're going to want to lob it. Let's see the lob. That's going to be risky too. But the flop. Let's do the flop. Oh, he hits it a little firm. I was afraid it would stop on that front edge if I didn't. Well, we're all struggling to get it close enough for birdie. Taylor, he's going to have a chance here. But after I get done putting, let's see. It's downhill all the way. Don't think we want to be aggressive with this. It's on the way. It's looking like it's got a chance, but it's just going to hang on the edge, and that'll be a par. We'll take a par after a good drive. So here we go. Taylor, oh, and he finds the bottom of the cup. He's back to -3, I think. No, it gets back to -2. Schauffele misses his tap in. What did it say? Somebody had a disaster? I think he said Ryan Fox had a disaster on 1. Double click to view. We're not going to worry about that. Let's keep moving. Going well here so far. But well, actually, so Taylor is -3. I don't know what Vaughn Taylor's record is on tour, but I think I am playing with the odd man out here. I think Taylor probably is a little bit better. Okay, so it's going to be Schauffele next. Taylor in the meat of the green. Schauffele going right at it. Is it going to spin back? Not quite like maybe he'd like. So we're going to aim center of the green, 189. Need to down club a little bit. Actually, let's see what do we got for a knockdown here. I kind of like that. There shouldn't be too much wind helping it. So hopefully, let's give it a shot here. So it's going to try and keep it under the wind. He's still missing it left. Get up, get up. Oh, and it gets away with it. Look at that. Misses a little left, but he had just enough club to skitter out of the rough and onto the green. And he'll have an attempt to get back to the good side of even par. Schauffele kind of lagging it there. We're going to give it a good wholehearted effort here. Whaley, it's on its way. It's looking like it's got a chance, but it's just not getting that read right. Good pace. Just maybe a little bit of grain moving the other way kept it from going down. Okay, through 11, even par for Vincent Whaley. We're going to at least get 2 rounds out of him. He's at 44th place. I was going to say, I think when we keep doing this, that cut day is going to be nail biting probably 3/4 of them. We'll probably have a few that surprise and end up top 25 and cruise, and then we'll have some who just can never get it together and then we'll have, yeah, anyway, I'm interested to see how this works. Now, Shoffley, aggressive, he's going to end up just to the left of the bunker. He's going to have maybe some tree limb issues with his shot there into, you know what, probably not. Looks like he's going to be, looks like he's going to have a decent angle to that right-sided pin. So now it's going to be Mr. Whaley. Gonna put a little draw on this, try and see if we can counteract the wind. He misses to the right usually, but I'm also gonna drop to a 3-wood here. We don't need the distance. Come on, wind, keep it in the fairway, keep it in the fairway, and it's just in the rough. Just sneaks in there. Okay, so this is a pretty good club, I think. If he catches a little flyer, it'll end up middle of the green. If it gets a little heavy, it'll come up short. Let's aim right at the center. That way, if he has his little right miss, he's still got it on line. And this is, yeah, there's his flyer, but he ends up in the middle of the green. So it's a good choice. Oh, staring down the pin, it's not gonna spin back at all. Now Shoffley out of the tall grass. He's got it on line. This is looking good if it kicks. And he's going to be putting. Just gets it on the front of the green. So our guy's away, and I think we're going to be in lag territory here, just trying to have a putt to come back. Oh, that was so nice. He just about got a luck shot there. That would have been fun. Now, Taylor for his birdie saw the break, and he's going to knock it in. Lots of speed heading into the cup, but he had the line right on line, and Shoffley as well. Taylor, Shoffley are in the lead. Well, one behind the lead, behind Campos, who's still on the course. Whaley in 44th. Making his way to 13. Taylor off the tee. He's gonna keep it to the left of the bunker, and he should have a great approach angle. 477. That's a pretty long par 4. Next up, Xander. He's taking a more aggressive line, but he's gonna lose it. It's gonna snap fade. We call that a slice where I come from. I think it was Lee Trevino was the guy who used to say you can talk to a slice, but a hook won't listen. Well, I think Shoffley was trying to talk to that one, but not even that was listening. So, so Whaley, he should be able to drive it over this bunker. He's also got a penchant for missing right. This is a really aggressive line as well. Oh, and it hits a tree. And he's in the rough. Man, he maybe hauled back a little too much. Taylor with the 100. That's a long iron. Yeah, you're not gonna expect a whole lot out of this. So now this is jail here, right? I mean, Whaley. So he's in jail. I think we're gonna have to do a. Now we do have a creek over here, which I think that's a creek. Yeah, that's water. So we got to be careful. So if we aim over here, we got a 6% chance. We're going to play a major league slice. We're going to try and actually tempted to aim it over here and see if we can slice it over into how many yards. So if we're aiming here, that's about 30 yards. I think we're gonna have to take a chance. That's a 6%. And it's not coming around. Okay, well, do a little up and down action here, and it's not going to be good. Now, Xander, somehow, he just gets away with it. This guy's got all the shots. He knows all the chords. But he's strictly rhythm. He don't want to make it cry or sing. So we could go with the lobber. That's not going to get up there. We got to go with a 60 degree, which is a tough shot, but that's the only way I think we're going to be able to stand a chance at par here. He's made a good recovery before. Let's see if he can do it again. Bite. Yeah, that's a tough one to gauge. Going to need a tricky comebacker down the hill to stay at even par. Taylor curling. It's going to stay out. Now he's going to have a little bit of a struggle there for par. We're going to go ahead and go with the normal putt. He's going to miss it. Never got it online. And that will be a disappointing bogey, and he'll move to +1. So East Honolulu is a par 70. Means we only really have 2 par 5s, where par 5s tend to be your scoring holes. Taylor does make his par, and we're the only ones that take it on the chin. So what is he at now? 66. So we're already in the danger zone. Let's keep going. Excuse me. All because Whaley had a really bad tee shot and had to try and get creative in order to get it up near the green. Maybe could have played out in the fairway. I think bogey actually turned out to be his only option, even being beneath the trees. All right, so 268. Let's bring it back to a 3-wood here. We got a little bit of a tailwind. Looking pretty good here. Oh, maybe not. The wind never helped to the right, so Vaughn Taylor is heading into the trap. It's going to go right dead center, just maybe actually on the down slope of it. Now Whaley, not going to have to fight any trees there, but very flat course, all things considered. We're going to aim at the pin, assume the wind is going to bring us back towards the middle, or maybe just his swing flaw. 143, it's a little deep. Would rather not, but we don't really have any. Could try knocking it down. Let's try pulling it back to 95. I know that's not recommended. That puts that pitching wedge front of the green. And that will do. Center green, under 20 feet for birdie. And Schauffele takes it way to the back. Must have been between clubs. Thought maybe he could downsize the pitching wedge, but it he just couldn't gauge it right. Taylor on the back side, kind of on the wrong side of the bunker. He probably had it down slope, and it meant the ball was just going to come way too strong. Oh, but look at that putt for par. That's a thing of beauty. Now Whaley, he'd like to do the same kind of thing here. Not gonna go aggressive on this putt. Not gonna get down there. It's not gonna get in. It is. That is in the hole. What a putt! I thought it had no chance of breaking, but it just kept coming and coming. And there's your par for Schauffele. All right, we're back in the 40s, I think. 45. Keep on moving. We're playing 15 next. Two par fives on the course, hole 9 and hole 18. Schauffele in the lead at -5. Hey, we're on the tee. We got the honor. All right, this looks like a hole where taking driver doesn't really get you a whole lot of good favor. 398. We'd like to keep it. Like to keep it in the 140s so we can use this pitching wedge, so or above it. So 252. I'm gonna go with a 5 wood. I'm gonna aim just left to center. Man, and he just can't get the club face around. Misses at 5.8. Xander is going to end up probably in the first cut. And now Taylor taking a more aggressive line here, and he's going to be in good shape. That's what happens when you don't do a stupid cut. So we're gonna try a fade here. It's not gonna be a big fade, but we're gonna try and see if we can flap it onto the front part of the green here. So here we go. This is risky. Well, he's in the bunker, and that's again in that same situation Taylor was. It might be really tough to hit the kind of bunk. Oh, and Schauffele tries to go over the trees, and he ends up getting knocked down by one of them. Here comes Taylor. He's looking good here. This is going to be a nice up. Have a chance to move to -5 while Schauffele's going to have trouble. He actually had to pitch back in order to have a line to come at this pin. Wow, that's weird strategy. So Schauffele is looking at bogey at least. He still has a 15, 17 footer. And now here we are with the flop shot, and as you can see, it's going to be really tough. It's going to be this is such a tough shot. He gets way too much of it, and now we're looking at bogey again. Break, get in there. That's a good. That at least gets our bogey. Live to play another day. Taylor not going to curl that much. That'll be a par. Here's Shoffley's bogey putt, and he misses that, and that's a wild 6. That's an amazing 6. I don't think I've ever seen somebody take that kind of action, chipping it back 100 yards almost, it seemed like, or punching it. Well, we're going to tap it in for par, or for bogey. And we're back at +1. 67th place. With 3 holes left to play, it would be nice to just finish out there at 70 and have a little bit of wiggle room there. We got to have a better round tomorrow, though, if we want to make the cut. So it'll be Taylor first. Taylor, he's got to watch out for OB. That's not a good drive. Now, since Shoffley doubled, that gives me the chance to... I'm going to try a draw here. It's not going to draw. Just come up short of that tree. Unplayable lie. How? Drop ball within 2 clubs. That's unfortunate. So that's going to mean that we're hitting our 3rd shot in. Shoffley with the 5 wood, or 3 wood. Probably would have been the right play for me as well. That's a good shot. So now we're really going to be playing from behind. We're going to be it's going to be a tough second round here if we can't find a way to get up and down for par. Good shot for Taylor. And here we go. Shot number 3 into the wind. We're gotta hope for this fly or lie and a little bit of help from the wind here. Try to get it somewhere center of the green or close. Come on, wind, push it. Definitely not a flyer. Well, take our 2-putt bogey and live to play another day. Lag it. It's a competent lag. That's a shame. That's a par if we don't have the unplayable lie. Shoffley next. It's not going to curl that much. So Shoffley for his par. Taylor for his par. And then we'll hit our bogey putt here. That's a shame. 2 over. We're going to be in the 80s probably now. 86, we got to find a couple birdies here. It'd be nice to find a birdie before the end of the round here. But then tomorrow, the second round, we need to have a significant improvement because it's going to be tough. So Shoffley, with that double bogey, finds himself at -3. Taylor, a good shot. Takes the bunker out of play. Give himself a putt. Shoffley taking a more aggressive line, and he is not going to make it over. The headwind is causing the problems here, so we're going to have, it's flat 196, but you're going to need like 200, and we're going to need 203 to get there. I'm going to try and knock down 4-iron to 196. I'm going to play it just over this bunker. Wind will push it back to the center. Oh, that got away with that one. He pulled it a little left, but distance was good. And we'll have a birdie putt. So And Shoffley, wow, look at the snaz on that. I think I called it scaz yesterday. Drew it in like you do, ID. That's good. So here comes Taylor from pin high by the 4th of July, and it's in. He goes to -5, and he'll join Taylor Gooch in the lead. And here comes my, what's the name of that? Korn Ferry Tour promotee trying to slide his way into a cash. So we've got either a lag. I think we've got to try. Well, this is only the first round, so we have another round before the cut. Let's see if we can make the putt here. Should be left with a makeable par. It's not going to break enough, and he'll have to settle for par on 17. Just outside the cut realm. Par for Shoffley. That was a par. Yeah, he had that. He ripped the old cord on that one. So let's play. There's Davis Love the third. Blast from the past. I guess he's still kicking around these parts. We're at the same as he is. Good drive for Taylor. Going to find the right side of the fairway on this dogleg left par 5. 280 left. That's going to be at the edge of reachable. Probably not reachable. Shoffley, he's going to miss it a little right. That's be nice if he had an unplayable lie for once, but and now we've got Vincent Whaley. Gonna cut it back to the 3-wood. We're going to try and get a 3-shot to the green birdie. We need to try and keep it in play, and he's going to lose it right. It's okay as long as he can find the fairway with his second shot. That's all that really matters. And he's going to do that and put it right dead center in the middle of the fairway, and he'll have a chance to take aim at the pin. Here comes Shoffley. It's heading towards the bunker, but I think he's going to end up short. Good club. Just going to have kind of a little 3/4 wedge in there, maybe 50% wedge for him. Vaughn Taylor, he didn't get the club around, and he's going to have to scramble out of the rough. All right, so here we are. We need a clutch shot in here. Level, dead level, 118. Some wind. We need to get it in the 120s. That sand wedge should do it. I'm worried a little bit that it's going to be. It might spin back, so I'm not going to put any spin on it at all. And let's aim just slightly left, because he does have a tendency to miss right a little bit. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. And that, and he does get the spin. A little too much than what we wanted. It would have been nice if it had just sat down, but he does have a chance to get back to +1. Here's Taylor. He's taking dead aim. He does not get the revs out of the rough, but he'll have a chance at birdie there. And now Shoffley with the little pitch. He's losing a little left. Well, I think we put it inside of him, so that's an indictment of his approach. And he misses his putt. He just showed us the line right there, eh? Shoffley with his par. He shoots 67. He was at -5 until he double bogeyed 15. A hole that we bogeyed on a unplayable lie. He actually got behind the trees and he took a pitch backwards almost 100 yards in order to have a shot back in, and then he 2-putted from there. So, all right. We're going to keep it under 3 foot if we go aggressive. It's uphill. Slightly left to right. Let's be aggressive. We got a 25% chance of making this. Nah, it's not even close. He had a bad rhythm to his stroke there, and maybe just a little bit of a Yankee on it. All right, and he does save par, so he's going to finish off at +2, and he's going to be struggling to make the top 100 here for the first day. Already at 92. Let's finish out the round. So, see where he ends up. He's going to be way down the leaderboard. Not a hard course, and again, a lot of what we're doing here is just trying to have some fun, getting a guy who is just struggling to make it on tour, wants to keep his tour card, and he may not have too many events to do it. So, and also, this is the slim down schedule. So, Gooch and Taylor -6. So, Taylor with a 64. That's a nice start for the American. Schauffele was on pace to do well, and then he just had got into jail off the tee and couldn't do anything except take his lumps. Which course is it? This is East Honolulu. So I don't know if that's Wailea. Very disappointing round. It's so again, I'm using guys who are pretty rough. That's my plan for this thing. Let's see. Where is my guy? He is up in here somewhere. There was Jameson. He had some adventures the night before. It's Whaley, and I'm having trouble finding him here. This leaderboard. Oh, here we are, 103. So you can see overall rating 645. You know, he's not the worst golfer in the world. I mean, look at Justin Rose, 723. He's also at +2. So, you know, we're trying our best here. And you know, my point was kind of being to keep my expectations low. I mean, I think aside, if you take out the unplayable lie that it gave me, which it's tough to see how it would be unplayable, but I guess it is. I mean, it looks like it's under the trees, just on the. It's like not up against the trunk. Really, that seems to be the way you end up with an unplayable lie, is if you've got it like right up against the tree trunk, and you have, or I mean, I guess it could be a root. So maybe that's how it was. Maybe it was up against one of the roots of the tree, and you know, it's like one of these things where the ball is dead set behind it, so there's no way you can do anything with it. I mean, you just have to make your assumptions, and you have to take it. And it's a stroke penalty. Wasn't stroke and distance. At least we did have the ability to drop it. Sometimes you get a lost ball, and that's stroke and distance, or out of bounds. And so we're wrapping up here. Taylor Gooch finishes with 63. He has the lead. And so I was saying I took the schedule. So I cloned the 2019-2020 season they have there. And then I replaced that schedule with the schedule that has just the stock courses with the pack that comes with that game. So what's nice is that I can play this out, and then I'll just clone another one. We can do another thing here. I've populated the fields, I think, for every tournament, and so we're probably going to end up because I think this guy only ended up being selected for 3 of them. So I think for each tournament we're going to end up picking probably a different guy, and sort of like trying to. I'll take this guy again in another tournament, whichever tournament he's available for. Now, when we get to tournaments like the Masters or the U.S. Open, I don't know what we'll do with that. I have to see. I'll probably take a guy who's in the bottom half and try and figure something out. Um, Now, what are we gonna? I don't. And as far as this goes, I don't know what I'll do once. Like if Whaley misses the cut, I may sim the rest of the tournament and just watch it. I may pick a guy, and it'll probably doom them. But if I pick somebody from the lower half, then maybe if they surprise, maybe we can do well by them. Check the comments. Well, thank you, a Pescott, I guess is how you say that. My guy will have a black background. Oh, yeah. So, um, you know, I could take Kepka. I'd rather not ruin Kepka. See, this is a good way, in my mind, to sim out the season and take the guys who are the best and not interrupt their play. Instead, we're taking, I mean, we do if we win or if we finish in the top 10, it's going to maybe kick somebody out of the top 10, or, it's could cost somebody a cash, I guess, maybe. But that I'm less worried about than if, we've had enough. We've had, whether there is or isn't a higher difficulty with doing, playing the round for them. Um, obviously there should be at least a slight higher difficulty. Um, with that, I wouldn't want to take somebody like Patrick Reed, or, I mean, maybe that'll be another project I'll do, is to take one of those guys and see what I can do with them. But this is a better way to just kind of like see how things evolve, and we can come through here and see. Here's a Jester, if you're still here. Here's your guy Rafael Campos. He knocked it in, aced it. Look at that. I called him Krampus. That's what I get for that. He goes and he finds the front of the green, and it catches all of the flag and drops down. So 11th hole, that's a 188-yard tee shot. So I was watching, like I said before, early in the broadcast, I was watching some of Dave Koch's or Coke. I'm not sure how you say his last name. Some of the videos that are on their YouTube channel. And one of the things that I find really neat is you could actually go in and take a course and make some changes to the yardages, to the pin positions. You could take a par 72 and convert it to a par 70 and maybe set up a new tee. But maybe if you envision, it'd be neat to put a tee box in this position to force this kind of shot. I've read around forums saying, and it says that, unless you're really good with like Photoshop or something, it's kind of tough to do actual course compilation and boiling them down to a point where you could load it into the game here. It may be something that I think about doing someday, but I've never really used Photoshop, so I feel like I'm right behind the 8 ball with that. But I'd love to be able to take the course I grew up playing. It's not a hard course, but it would just be a lot of fun. It would just be, with a pro golfer, I think you'd be shooting 3-4 under all the time, without even breaking a sweat probably. But those are the types of things that I find interesting. Ah, you're still here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I wanted to show you Campos. Let's see. Any other good ones here? I'll go with Jonathan Vegas again. We can, I mean, there's just, I'm sure once you get playing here, there's just so many of these guys that every round, interesting shots. This is going to just ding dong, ding dong. All right. Finish the round, advance to the next round. Yes. And we will see how things go in round 2 next time. I'm going to go ahead and say cancel. Actually, let me see something. Let me hit play event again. So if I come up here and find my guy, I assume he's going to be last because he's going to be the last one off in his group. I guess I should be looking for what's his face, Shoffley. No, I guess he's still here. So I guess if I right click, no, I can't set it from here. Okay, I thought maybe I could set it from right there, but I can't. So I'm still going to hit cancel. And we'll call that good. So there we go. We got some scoring in there. Adjusted scoring average. I'm going to have to, let's see. How about just scoring average itself? I like that better. There we go. 63 for Taylor Gooch. Oh, dang. Dang it all. Oh well. So I can't show you a replay. It opens up a different window. That's the way it goes with this particular streaming product. So I'm sorry. I guess I won't ever show you replays again, or I'll figure out how. I don't know if I can set it to where whenever it shows a replay, it will just show it. I'm guessing no, but Jester, if you have any suggestions for that, let me know. It may need to be that instead of using the window, I need to add the source, the game capture. Maybe it'll auto detect it. I'll try it next time. It's kind of too late now. I'm going to close out here. Thanks for watching. Yeah, a little bit. Would love to be able to get Whaley to have had Whaley in the top 50 heading into round 2, but you know, we got some work cut out for us. Got something to try and strive for. So until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the flip here on the Korn to Born tour. Well, it's not the Korn to Born tour. It's Korn to Born project. Tabletop Baseball Plus. Going to see if we can birth some guys. Maybe we'll get lucky. Wouldn't that be great if we got a win out of one of these guys? But find it unlikely, but you just never know. That's why you play the game. See ya.